Yo, it's your boy, DRC from PainInTheGulo.com.
And your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus. And
Yo,
this is
talk
yo shit.
nigga.
That was perfect, nigga.
Yeah, man, there's wild levels to this knock shit, man. There's wild levels, bro.
Levels?
Everybody's a knock, first and foremost. Everybody.
Alright, so I guess
including
I could say it then. And it's already it's not gonna have the impact that I wanted it to. But shit. My brother said it the other day. He was talking to somebody on the phone, and he was like, everybody's a narc. Just not everybody could control that shit. Some people could turn it on and off, but those narcs, there's no on and off.
Facts.
It's just.
And those who could turn it on and off, those are what you call sociopaths. Those are what you call them, the politician and them niggas that can lie, kill babies, and go to sleep at night like nothing is wrong because in their mental, I did it for the greater good.
Well, I think that's a little bit of everybody. You know
And that's
all
what,
the
it's
decisions
just,
you make.
that goes to levels now. Because now your level of the greater good is not signing this bill of unemployment. You feel me? My greater good is I need this job. I'm not gonna call nobody today. I'm not talking to nobody for next week because I'm not smoking. You feel me?
Right.
And if you gotta make your knock traits work for you, you gotta make it work for you because they're not going nowhere. And if you don't tame them, they gonna control you. And that's
okay.
And that's where.
So it's not a question about if you a narc or not. The question isn't if you a narc or not, because we already know, nigga. You a narc. But the thing about it is like you said, there's levels to this shit. So explain, like, let's get into what the fuck it means, or like break down narc. Like I guess we could go from the rooter.
They say narc. They say narc. They say it comes from like a.
Matter of fact, you got your phone? Put your phone on. See if you can find the definition.
Like a stump. Something happened in your childhood.
Right. So I did hear something about like there's a part of your brain in the front that needs to be developed to make decisions, right? And I think somebody was talking about it. Like if you was drinking while pregnant, and what happens now a lot of times is somebody will be drinking the first 2-3 weeks of their pregnancy, not knowing that they're pregnant, and then that affects the baby.
Know what's damn.
And
so
the development of that part of the brain.
So it could come from nurture. It could come from because you could have a perfectly
Nature
healthy
and
baby,
nurture.
And your moms ain't treat, your moms ain't love you, your moms ain't show you affection. The only way you knew how to give affection was to cause drama, was to now your moms are showing you attention. So now that's how you feel. Everybody gonna show you attention. And the worst is when nobody corrected that. So you 30 years old, still punching niggas in their face for attention. You feel me? So
because you out your feelings.
They couldn't love you. Your parents couldn't love you,
right.
And you had to build in your head, I'm adored, I'm lovable, people love me, and then now you got this sense of inflated ego, and now you got these bitches who I'm the baddest bitch or I'm the richest nigga, and you're not. But in your head you had that's your safety spot,
and you're not.
That's the safety spot. And then the more you try and the more you. Don't ever attack a knock. I learned don't ever go full, you a knock, because all you doing is reinforcing why they special. You're a hater. You don't know me. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know my pain. Right. You don't know what I've been through. So knock is like it's a big baby. A knock is a big fucking baby, bro. You got, bro, I swear to God, you gotta watch how you talk to them, the tone, everything matters with a knock, bro. And once you get entangled in they shit, bro, it's the hardest to get out, bro.
You can't use words like entangled. All right, Jada got that shit copyrighted. But that might have been. I feel like from what she was talking about, that was a narc move in that situation. But the thing about it is like she was able to.
You seen the smirk?
What?
You don't see the narc smirk?
What
Narcissists have a smirk.
Oh.
All narcs got a smirk when they it's that devilish.
Oh,
that devil that I know I'm about to get over.
But the thing about it is just like you said, we all narcs and we all guilty of this shit. So it's just more so like.
Of course, he's so inquisitive. I love him. It's me, Mom. It's me. Mine's me. For the air. Yeah, I got it. You gotta love her, man.
She like, who the fuck opened
She still ain't even peep until she came in. Forgetting she old, man. You can't do it. Stay back. If that was somebody, you gotta be violent. Like, that mind don't get old, bro. The body get old, but the mind
Oh no. The mind does get old
if you allow it.
If you see, this is what I get it. I get now. Like my parents say, can't watch TV all day and shit like that. Yo, literally, like your mind is a fucking muscle. And the thing about it is, like, it could be strong, but if your ass don't use it, and then always, like, better yet is like, I realized when I started working out, right? You'll always feel sore, but you're not really sore after a while. What it is you have to literally, like a car, warm up your body. So NBA players, when they not warmed up, they
of course.
But if it's like if shit go down, them niggas jumping over. You know what I mean? Any football players, soccer players, and that goes for anything. So it's just like what it is, and that's why it's like perfect for stretching. I need to get into stretching a lot more.
Once in the morning, once at night, bro. 30 minutes tops, nigga. Crazy, bro. You gotta hit
I stretched a lot more when I was doing like cardio with like running. I mean, bike messaging.
Bro, you get high stretching.
But I definitely do gotta stretch more.
Release endorphins.
And I feel like my sit down smoke afterwards be my stretching.
Oh no.
But I gotta like you said, I gotta start stretching.
Really
but the thing about it is that's part of warming up your body and getting this shit warmed up. Especially once I'm about to hit 30, only getting older. You gotta when you're younger, you don't need to stretch because your body already always loose and limber because it's always it's still growing and shit. So it gotta stay loose and limber. But once you old and shit solidified as what it's gonna be for the rest of your life, or you've grown to your full mature capacity, it's your job to now at that capacity keep it stretching loose.
But you see, you just see that? All that you just named, and that's just one job of your daily life. That's just one. That's just one, nigga. So why the fuck do I want to learn and study and a narc and why? No, it's too much going. No, you gotta. This is what makes the evolution and all that, bro. Right. This is what keep niggas progressing, man. But ain't nothing worse, bro, than the nigga. Bro, and I don't say no names, bro, but that's why life is really hitting different now, because I'm having conversations with homies and certain people, and it's like, yo, you don't even know that you are what you...
Or how you could come off this way.
Bro, and let me tell you that, now you're attacked, and then the fact that I had to walk on eggshells around you makes it not. Like, the same way like me.
So part of being a narc, or a big aspect of being a narc, is the inability to hear any type of constructive criticism.
Any threat to the ego is death. Legit death, nigga. So you just told me the sky is red and I see blue? You just insulted my life now. I'm gonna kill you now, nigga. Why you think it's so easy? My fries is cold. Boom. There's no more nuggets. Boom. You cheated on me. Boom. Yeah, nigga. That's the you just took everything from me. Nigga, it's one incident in your life, you'll be alright, nigga. But nobody's never did this to me. My mother never took anything from me. Right. I was always the golden child. I was always the black sheep. So now you love me? You can't love me. Nobody loves me. Fuck you. You trying to manipulate me now. Like, damn, bro. And talking about it, bro, I hate this subject and I love it because the only people who learn this much about narcissism is people who've been direct victims of it. Anybody who can tell you about narcs, I promise you, has a whole story, bro. A whole story behind it.
We all deal with it in a sense because, like you said, everybody has it. But it's just like, what's funny is, especially like, let's say with parenting, right? Yeah. Like if you're raised by a narc parent or a parent with I can't say
yeah, after a while I get there.
Narcissistic
just a narc
tendencies, right?
Or a piece of shit, whichever you
right.
want to put it, man.
It's like because the thing about it, I feel like what's hard for parents is when their child's an adult, or recognize when their child's an adult. An adult is funny because they say children are adults at 18, and it's not as simple as that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when is your child an adult? Meaning their mind is developed in a way where you put enough foundational, like kind of like how God created Earth. You know what I mean? After He created Earth, He didn't touch nothing else.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? So it's like that's
that's
why I call myself, and that's why I'm like, as a parent, you get to be God. You get to play God, because you get to put all these things into your child, but after a while, you get no more input.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless the relationship and the source is still the tether hasn't been
destroyed, plugged up. Facts, bro.
So if you maintain a good tether between you and your child, you'll still be able to give them the source, and they actually receive it and take it as valid, depending on what you told them past and how it benefited or affected them in their life. But it's just like, I don't feel like we understand that, like that whole aspect of this shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, alright, so that's one thing. Let's try to make a list for people. So one would be, they can't, anything that attacks the ego is death.
It's automatic death.
Alright,
another is also I shouldn't be loved. That's the worst, I think, part of the.
Alright, so there's different types.
Yeah, there's death.
There's ones who feel everything is revolves around them, and then there's internal
they got
and
4
external.
types. There's 4 types.
There's 4 types.
Bro.
Oh wait, pull up the definition real quick. Let's get the white person. I mean the by the book definition.
Yeah, the four types of narc.
Alright, there's 4 types of narcs. Alright, people.
The grandiose snark.
The grandiose snark
is like the public figures, the movie stars, Donald Trump, them type of niggas.
Alright.
The vulnerable narc, the one I was basically referring to,
Nobody
the covert, closet, or introvert narc. Like they self-absorbed, entitled, exploitative, manipulative, aggressive, but fear criticism so much that they shy. So these are the people.
So these are the ones you will probably see more.
Yeah,
a lot more.
I'm not gonna get hurt, so I'm gonna hurt you first.
Right.
And you gave me no reason, but I grew up.
But the thing with triggers,
yeah, like, you said something.
You gave me no initial reason, but because of my triggers.
You gave me a re-up. The communal narc, they value warmth, agreeableness, and relatableness. They see themselves and want to be seen by others as the most trustworthy. Yeah, they outgoing. However, they basically the type to they passive. Those are the passive aggressive ones.
Oh, okay.
They want the.
So alright, so let's break it down. So those are the 4 types, right? What kind of narc would you think you were?
Hold on, they got one more. The malignant narc. The extreme end. These are the ones that find pleasure in taking. These are niggas who like abusive husbands.
Right. Yeah. But they actually find pleasure.
Right. Say this type shit.
Alright. So there's the politician type, where it's just like I have this perfect world and I'm perfect and thing, and then there's the
vulnerable.
The vulnerable. Nobody could love me. I don't deserve any love. There's the incognito one.
Yeah.
The one that's. You know what I mean? Nice with
the one you be like, nah, not Paul, not him. He couldn't do that.
Right.
He wasn't stealing from everybody. Yeah, that type. Then you got the sailors, the niggas who get off on.
Right. Wait, there was one more then.
That's 4. You just the last one would be the sailors one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So. Oh no, there was the passive aggressive one.
That falls into the. You just said it. The
incognito one?
The incognito. Yeah, the passive.
Alright, so if I was any of them, it'd have to be the first one or the third one. Cause it's like, I was just telling who was I talking to? I don't remember who I was talking to about it, but I was just like, I must be kind of a narc, cause like, for you to make music, you know what I mean, and think your song is hot, you know what I mean, and it's gonna actually affect and change the world. I believe this about my music, you know what I mean?
Right.
Cause he did it for me. I'm not like, oh fuck y'all. I don't think so. That's why I'm like, okay, there's levels. I'm not a fucking absurd narc. But it's like another thing too, I wanna do stand up. Who the fuck am I to think I go in a room full of strangers and make all of them motherfuckers laugh? And another thing too is like, I know if I was in a room full of strangers and I started making people laugh, I'm looking at the motherfucker who not laughing.
Yeah.
And then it becomes my goal to make you laugh.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, so you know what I mean? And then it's like,
but too much of that.
I feel like I did a lot of work on myself. So it's like, nigga, I got the great advice, nigga. You should come to me. You'd be blessed if I gave you advice. You know what I mean? But it's just like
that's my part.
You know what I mean?
That's the.
But it's just like, but then I realized, why I'm not so over a thing about that is because I'm the youngest. Nobody listens to me. And it's just like, even as adults, and it's not even like I feel disrespect. I'm not hurting my house. It's just like, now you hear me, y'all listen. Yeah, like when I say my point, y'all listen. But it's like, they're not gonna be like, you know what, yo, fuck everything what everybody said. We're gonna do what Remy said. You know what I mean? That's never happened. And it's not like I'm like, oh, you guys should. That's why I'm making Ruckus Music Entertainment. You know what I mean? But it's just like, yo, like, I've been watching you. I watch all y'all from this and that. I think this, that, and the third. And it's like, okay, that's great insight, Remy. But we gonna do this. I bet. I've been watching Good Doctor.
With the Down syndrome doctor dude.
He has what the fuck is he got?
I don't know, but his flares be getting me tight.
He's God damn, what is it? Autistic,
there we go.
That shit is fire. But you know what I like about this show? How irresponsive he is to, and it's like, I feel like he has a level, it's the cut off version, but it's just like how he doesn't feel emotion the way other people feel emotion, or interpret shit that most people would take personal.
Freedom.
Right, the freedom in that. You know what I mean?
Freedom.
And I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? Like there was one episode where they had to go get like a heart or a liver, right? And the heart or liver had a blood clot. The girl who was with him, she took in the patient that they were getting a heart for. The guy ended up drinking, he can't get the liver. Because when you're on the liver list, you can't drink for 6 months, whatever. So then there was a blood clot in the liver, while they had to stop traffic and do it in the middle of the road, surgery, open thing, right? So then at the end of the episode, they get back to the hospital. Oh, the nigga he don't get the heart because he drank a couple days ago, and they all feel sad for her, and she's like, oh my god, and he's like, well, we saved the life today, because then another hospital came and came and grabbed the liver because there was another and then he's like, we saved the life today. It wasn't the life we wanted to save, but a life was still saved nonetheless. And I was just like, if this nigga never said that, I would have been all in the... Because they had a nigga. There was a black guy. He drank for his daughter's thing. So I was all emotionally invested in this nigga getting the thing. But he's like, yo, another nigga. And we never meet the motherfucker the patient. We just see the fucking ambulance that come and pick up the liver. And it's just like,
and that's where it's at, man.
Oh, shit. So I like the show because it's like you get to appreciate things, and it's kind of like House too, because he was so removed from I don't fuck with people and I don't care for people, but I will save your life. Yeah, and it's a puzzle for me to save lives. So if you're stopping me, I'm going to manipulate you however the fuck I feel to save your life because I'm a narc.
Oh no, and also it's crazy.
Oh, that's great that brought House into it. He was like, they said he was a narc that you love to hate.
Because
I loved House.
It was what they said. Fuck, the ends justify the means. That's this slippery slope. Because you just said it.
I feel like that would come into play a lot for the first type of narc, the politician / movie star type thing, because it's the image to. Because if you like a Martin Luther King who has an image to uphold, or like a politician per se who has an image, or a pastor or something like that, who has an image to uphold, and now your child want to be a porn star thing, is like, and that has nothing to do with you. The hardest thing about being a parent is understanding that the decisions your child make after fucking like literally 6-7 years old, because they are conscious of their being, unless they have some mental disorder or
but you know it's crazy.
It has nothing to do with you. But we take it so fucking personal.
Nah, because bro, they say too though, like the stages of breathing the narc is like let's say a daughter or a son. Right. They get their attention, like they get used to being the funny kid. Right. Everybody laugh at them. And then now that's become
their personality.
Yeah, and now if they don't get that laugh no more, Now I gotta do something extraordinary. I gotta do something else to get. So it's like everything.
All right. So
Anything
another part of narc is they need attention.
Oh, that's great. That's one of the major factors.
So
that's one of the major
attention
factors, and that's why.
So how does that work with the second type of narc?
They crave it. Like how you say it. I don't want the attention, but I do things
that not to trigger anybody, but people who fake suicides, attempts, and shit like
perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly that.
Okay.
That's very knock. Cause that works. It's bringing that type of shit in.
And then but it's like strictly like they know they wouldn't do it or they don't have the balls.
They know they figured out it works. That's what keeps you coming back to me. That's how you got the women. All the niggas. I kill myself if you leave me. Oh damn, he really might because he set the narrative, and then the whack part about narcs. Once you get rid of one, it's not over. Now you got PTSD. Then if that's your baby mother or something,
you gotta heal from it.
Yeah, nigga, that's a whole nother thing.
So when dealing
it's not
with
a regular
narcs,
breakup. It's not a regular breakup.
Dealing with narcs, but the thing about it is like with all breakups.
No, because you can have those. We mutually broke up. We can't fuck with each other, but we can be cordial enough for the kid. We could be cordial enough to make this a life. You got narcs, bro, that you're not seeing the kid.
Okay.
And then you got flying monkeys. They're called flying monkeys. So now all your girlfriends, Remy's a dirtbag. I mean, that's because she's telling them that's her side. She's not telling them how she fucked you up and all that. So, and everywhere you go, that's why they so dangerous too. Cause let's say you work with them. Yo, that's Remy now. That's Remy fault. That's the flying monkeys. If you dead a narc, and your friends still fuck with that narc, you gotta cut them off, bro. That's how real it is, bro. It's like poison in your body, bro. You gotta cut the arm off, bro. If you let that shit, it'll affect your whole being, bro. Cause now you can't live. Damn, I gotta call them, bro. I know this shit personally, bro. Damn, I gotta make sure they good. Yo, I can't. Remy, we can't do the podcast today. We can't do the podcast all week because I don't know if she's good. I can't do it. No. And then you like, yo, why you so scared for, nigga? This is really me. Like, no, if she's not there, my life is. That shit.
So, do you feel like there could be I feel like so boom. So let's use you for example. I feel like I'm the same thing. Like the Captain Saberho syndrome shit, right? It's another narc.
OD.
Right?
OD.
But it's just like, could it be the reason why that relationship worked was at that time where you was at was you needed validation of helping somebody, and she needed the validation of somebody caring about her, so that's what made the relationship work. It was destructive or whatnot, but it was a need.
Yeah, we both said we both needed
a
deep need that was not met from nowhere else at a time, and it was like a fresh breath. And once some narcs don't even know until later, like, oh, that's what he wanted. Some narcs off bat, like the real politicians, they just want a healthy supermarket. So let's give them a healthy supermarket, get their vote, and then dub them. Yeah, bro. So you gotta know the levels of who you dealing with, bro. The scariest ones are the ones who tell you, Remy, you bugging. The ones who be like, they mimic you. You right. They never have their own opinion. They just mimic you. Those are chameleons, bro. Those are dangerous motherfuckers, bro. Because those are niggas that eventually will slice your throat at the end of the shit, nigga. Because they want to be you.
That's crazy.
And it's like, how do you know that, though? How am I going to... Damn, that's my man, though.
Right, that's how they infiltrate all the black organizations.
I don't even know. It's not. I just read... I hate that topic so bad, bro. How they violate the black... How the nigga,
Black
the
Panthers,
informant... What's his name? They just had an interview...
X.
How they did... And how black people...
You watched that?
Yeah.
The documentary about Malcolm X?
And how they let black people... And it was like, yeah, white man, give me that bread. We gonna destroy a whole movement, nigga.
But the thing about it is like, I don't know if he didn't notice, but it's just like,
you don't like that, bro.
I didn't know we could light in here.
Nah, that face go over there. Yeah, that nigga getting too comfortable.
Right, I'm just trying to respect the rules, nigga. You told me. Yeah, I was ready to like that shit. I was like, he said I could.
Right here, we gonna be right here.
He said I could, Papi.
We ain't going outside.
I'm sorry, Papi. He said yes.
Where they come down. Oh no, they fixed the hole. We be alright. Nigga, that's how they stopped me from smoking last time. You used to boom down here, bro. But yeah, look, this the lighter that my girl cousin makes. She do the lighters, bro. Like she give her a big lighter and she'll draw on the shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That rock shit, boy, that shit. It's whack though, man. It's very whack. And the only way they said to fix, if you want to, but that's like a lifetime dedication.
You gotta, and that's what love is. And
Yes,
I
sir.
don't think people. No. The thing about it is like, what love is unconditional.
So
I hate people say unconditional love.
So we fucked the definition. Love is love.
Love is unconditional.
That's the definition of love.
Right. It says in the Bible, love is unconditional. That's the first thing. Love is unconditional. Love is kind. Love is so it's just like love is. It's not love if it's not unconditional. If there's terms to it, that's not love.
And that's what I learned.
And that's fucking hard,
bro.
And that's why love is hard.
You know that, especially when you realize. Bro, they say you only, when you feel it, that's why people be in that shit for 20, 15 years. Like, I was with this nigga for I wasn't tired. Eventually you get to that point of, I can't do
And that's
this
what I was
shit
talking
no more,
about
son.
earlier, when you find somebody who is like, I know they're not perfect, but I
I
know
love
they're
you
gonna.
despite,
But I know they're gonna work on themselves, and I like how they work on themselves, and it helps me work on myself and hold me accountable. And that's a relationship that could be like, oh, I'm gonna marry this woman, and I feel like we could go for the long haul.
Because every
argument, for the girls that I've been seeing, that I've been attracted or lusted to, I don't see that. It's probably like one girl or two girls that I could think of that it's like. But it's like I have history with them. I have history with them.
You just said it though. Lust, that's their biggest weapon. That's their biggest draw. Sex.
Huh?
That's why they so sexy.
What?
Knocks. Why you think they so like? Because that's their biggest weapon to get the valid. That's their biggest pull.
That's a. It's a. But the thing about it is like, I think. Okay, I get what you mean. Like sex appeal.
Nigga, that's why when I told you sometimes I be talking. Like, yo, say something, start a conversation. I got a dong on. That's really all you got to offer is sex. And it worked for them for so long, nigga.
So the thing about it is, that's what, and this is what's crazy, and this is what I've been focusing on when choosing a woman now. It's like, that's how she connects with men.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
And it's like, that's a red flag, but we wouldn't see it as a red flag, especially if you're horny. And she said you want, oh, word, blah, blah, you know what I mean? But the thing about it is, like, for me, I would need a woman who's actually secure, and it's like, I'm horny, and that's why I'm telling you.
Exactly.
So I know, okay, you telling me that because this is the type of energy we about to experience right now, and then if you're going to, but it's like, and I feel like that's why everybody's mad at Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, because it's like, this is the only type of music they make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm over here. I made a video about this the other day. I didn't post it yet. Y'all go see it. And I'm like, why everybody mad at Megan Thee Stallion and thing? The reason I understand why everybody, because of the influence shit. You know what I mean? So you have all these other people who are able to influence your child.
Yeah.
That scares you, because it's like, everybody know the child don't respect the parent until they're an adult and they're able to see what the fuck
they was doing.
Right.
Yeah,
so it's just like, until they're able to see the full story and look back at it from a different perspective, meaning as an adult, and seeing how everything their parent did, what they did eventually, an outcome, and how it made them the person that they are. So it's just like, with all that being said, the Megan Thee Stallion, I'm like, why everybody mad at Megan Thee Stallion? Because it's the only type of music they made, you know what I mean? Or I remember Cardi B, she made a song on her album. It was my favorite song. The reason why it was my favorite song is because she was so real. She was talking about going through the nigga's phone.
Heartbreak song.
Right.
That
shit was real.
Yeah, that song hard.
And it was like, but it was only one of those. And the rest of them was shake my ass, suck a nigga dick against him. So it's just like, and then I'm like, my daughter's favorite song, post-corona, was you ain't money moves, you know what I mean? And then now the whole COVID, my daughter's favorite song was ratchet, classy,
Yeah,
and then they had the whole dance to it. But the thing, no, it's not even the Beyonce. My daughter loves dancing, so they had the whole dance shit to it. She done she does that shit every single day, bro. Every single, she be doing it in her sleep. She does it while she doing dishes. She does it while I'm talking. She does it all fucking day. And I'm like, I get it, cause now this is if they make a thing for this WAP song, Wet Ass Pussy, my daughter's going to do it. And subconsciously, she don't know what the hell they saying, what they mean, but she's in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then on top of that, my daughter, her developing ass, or her early developing ass, it's just like, and she's not even about that energy. She's not trying to bring that energy because she's pretty. She's a pretty little girl, and she's thick. She's gonna get that energy, and then it's like, if she didn't have me around, and this is the only interaction that she's gonna have with men, is niggas like, oh, you cute, and then even that's why I do tell my daughter she's pretty, but it's like everybody was telling her she's beautiful. I don't need to tell her that shit because you know you're beautiful. Now everybody already let you know that you're beautiful, and because you're beautiful, they let you get away with certain shit. You know what I mean? That shit don't rock with you. I don't give a fuck. Facts. Yeah, you beautiful. You look like me, nigga. You're welcome. Now act right.
Yeah, you need that. Facts. That's how the traits.
But it's like, I get it, cause it's like now her mother has to compete with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, who can make one song and influence my daughter for how long of a period of a time, and she's there every single day, and my daughter do not listen to her mother. Well, she listens, but it's like after the 100th time, like all kids. But it's just like a kid will hear their favorite artist or their favorite thing say one thing. I choose basketball. I choose thing, or I lace my shoe. They doing that shit religiously Nigga, I told you that way before that motherfucker did. They don't care. So it's just like, I get why you mad at Megan Stanley, because she's telling my daughter, you gotta charge that nigga if he gon' fuck. And it's like, nah, nigga, you supposed to get a man with that. You supposed to create life with that. That's not just for fucking granted. I understand you a woman, you want pleasure, but it's just like, a nigga gotta earn that shit. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Facts, bro. Facts, man.
But it's like, I'm competing with Megan Stanley. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Classy, bougie, ratchet. I don't gotta dance from what I'm saying. If I come up with a dance for what I'm saying, maybe she'll listen to me better. But it's just like, alright. But yeah, that's crazy though. That's hella funny though.
I can't. This. That's why it's all the accountability.
Right, but the thing about it is like, as an artist, I understand both perspectives, and as a parent,
as a unit.
But it's just like, the thing about it is like, how about if that's all Cardi knows? That's her upbringing. That's what got her to her stardom. You trying to tell her she gotta switch it up now? Start talking about women's rights and shit? How many of her fans are gonna keep rocking with her if she do that?
You ever heard that saying that when you reach a certain level of humans, once you reach a deity, like a fucking, it comes a responsibility, my nigga.
Right.
You're an influence whether you like it or not.
Right.
So I get it. I get it. I get it too, though. But to get it, that means you understand that that's how the system. Had they come out with some positive Black Lives Matter, and still with a pop too, though, in the time we in.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you make that song? Why y'all couldn't do anything else during this time? That's exactly what I think that's probably what it is.
No,
I know. And
the thing about it is like, I get because they have the influence. But the thing about it is like, if Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion did talk about that, they have no weight in that category. So it's like, oh, y'all conscious now?
Do if you do it, damn if you
and I know the whole conscious, right? So it's just like, why not please the people that already fucking with me from day one, and keep our relationship good?
Yeah.
Then to please these motherfuckers
that's just gonna talk shit anyway. And but it's crazy because that's where I'm at in life too. Who are you? I'm not hurting nobody.
And the thing about it too is, what she's saying ain't a lie.
It's not.
How many housewives are just trophy wives?
Right.
And they don't cook, they don't clean, but they still got a fucking ring.
And if you flipping on the devil's advocate shit, like you said earlier, they the voice for the women who are scared to talk like that. Who want to express themselves, but so they use the show.
And then you know what? I was watching this podcast with Dr. Du Bois Watkins, and he was talking to this amazing woman. I'm mad I forgot her name, cause I'm gonna figure out her name, cause I gotta go look up some of her videos, cause she was talking big talk for a woman's perspective, and like I be thinking certain shit about or for women, and it's like I don't say it because it's not my place. I'm not a woman.
Sure.
I don't know the experience well enough. I'm just talking about from what I've seen and from my experience. And I'm trying to be open-minded, trying to put myself in a woman's position or in their shoes. But I still know a woman will know way more, have way more insight than I could ever have. So I shut the fuck up when it comes to
exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's like he was basically saying like it's our fault as men. She was talking about this, and I think as a man, I'm afraid of leadership, and the whole woman empowerment is I like it because that means I don't have to be the leader. You get me?
You just said some shit. Damn, you just proved something.
And I feel like a lot of men who are okay with the women empowerment is because the head of the household is scary.
Yo, that's mad.
You know what I mean? And as a man coming from a father who had 5 children by the same woman and was the head of this household, or whatever the case may be, the outcome of the whole, like, I feel like they did a good job raising us, but their relationship suffered because of it.
Yeah.
Whether they had different ideals or whatever,
facts,
their relationship suffered
of course.
for our
well-being.
Right. So it's just like, my dad was a great father, and I could take everything he did as a father, but I may not necessarily be able to take everything he did as the head of a household.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because being the head of a household also means being a husband, and how does that play into it? The head of the household also means take care of the house. He was good at that too, maintaining the physical house, so I'm good at that too.
Yeah.
But it's like, what does it mean to lead a woman?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And her not resent you. What does it mean to raise a family with a woman and her not resent you? And you tell her no sometimes, and she loves you later on because of it, because she couldn't see something and she respects your decision. What does that look like? I don't know. I haven't seen that. So I'm a little afraid of it. So it's like when a woman wants to take charge, I'm like, yeah, you do it. Because now if when it fails, I don't have to take all the blame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
it's just like, right. So I'm like, yeah, I love the woman empowerment movement, but it's just like, it's because I'm kind of shying away from my position as that. Because it's like, I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know how to do that shit.
In American Horror Story, they got a storyline with that.
And then on top of that, our men have not protected our women. We never protected starting with the history they started telling us, you know, it started with the triangle slaves and shit, you know what I mean? How we've been indoctrinated into America, you know what I mean? How maybe our ancestors or people from Africa, it may be a different story, but it's like from ancestrally, even as a descendant of Haitians, the men in Haiti treat the women in Haiti the same way the white men treated their white women. So they still, they killed their master, but they became their master.
That's how
you know what I mean? So it's just like.
But that's the same with in the North. Going back to the North shit, you become. And they took that's the major key. They tell you that's why you gotta heal after a knock injury. Because if you don't take time to heal, you're gonna keep
the next person who and they're not
they
looking for
bleed,
that,
and they ain't even bleed on you. They ain't do nothing to you, but you bleeding all over.
But that's for every relationship, especially if it's an intimate relationship.
Nigga, and then
because I had a friendship with a narc that I broke off, and then I can't really say like I don't know if I really dated a narc. I might have dated a narc, but that was probably when I was younger, like in my teenage years. So I didn't really take dating serious. So I probably was so like, this is too draining.
Yeah. You just saw that though. It's draining.
And then I was young. I was a fuck
But that's
boy,
how it is.
So I could like ignore it or.
But you know what's crazy?
Cancel it
they say once you really study that shit, then you could look back. Then you look back on all your relationship, friends, and all that.
But the thing about it is like, in my first real relationship, or the girl that I feel like I actually fell in love with, I would say I had narcissistic tendencies with her because it's like she was my happy place. And I think I was hers, and we would abuse each other when we were around each other and we weren't able to fulfill that happy place for each other.
You see how toxic that shit is, man.
But the thing about it is, like, we weren't toxic though, but it was just like because of that need.
But I say toxic. It doesn't mean
it put poison in the
water.
water.
Don't
You know
mean
what I mean?
sludge. It don't mean like this shit is bad shit. But
It's just
it's seeds. It's and how you say it, that all comes from just not loving yourself.
Right.
To 100%.
Right.
That's all it comes down to.
And that's why I'm like, I feel like, because that's the same person I feel like I could I have a life with, because it's like, once we broke up, whatever the case may be, the growth that that person did and the growth that I did is still similar, but it was all internal. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I know I love myself, and the parts of myself that I don't love, I'm coming to accept and then
look at the prime example.
love. And I feel like, and I see that reflection, even though I'm not around her all the time, I don't know her details of her life.
But look at that's in real lifetime right now, nigga, you have access to both your children. Mm-hmm. That's a major green factor that y'all niggas ain't know, but y'all working on. Cause there's relationships that you're not gonna talk, no. And if you do talk to you, it's already spoiled. You're ready to lose a bum. I
had a video about that.
You see, yeah.
About I directed it to single parents, but it goes for any parent. It goes for parents all across the board. But it's like you can't talk shit about the other half of the child.
Dogs.
Around the child, and it's like, and then the fact is like, it's not even like. There's one thing to be like, oh, your daddy is shit, or your mommy is shit. There's another thing to be on the phone and then be telling somebody else how they ain't shit, or the problems that or just simply your problems that you're going through. Yeah. But it's like they can't hear that.
Exactly.
Because it's a personal attack to half of their makeup, their genetic makeup. If you want to be scientific with it, if you want to be spiritual, it's half of their spiritual being. If you want to be, it's half of their emotional. So it's like that shit is, there's levels to that shit.
But how you say it, when you feel drained, that's like, you gotta check that shit. There's a reason. And then remember when they say that crazy girls or crazy niggas always got the best sex, because that's all they know how they gain the love. So of course she gonna have the fire pussy. That's how she gets her fucking fuel, nigga. That's how she gets what she needs, bro. So of course, damn, she threw it on me. Yeah, nigga, she got no other choice but to throw it on you, nigga. That's how you still, oh shit. And they say around the late 20s and the 30s is when narcs. That's when they come to like a crossroads. Like, am I gonna change? Am I gonna listen to everybody telling me I'm rude? Or fuck everybody, I ain't rude. And then that's how you got people who, they never change. They 40, 50, still like, yo, you really the little kid, bro. What kills me is when I hear my little goddaughter say some shit and it's like, yo, I heard a 35-year-old woman say that. Like, in the same cadence, the same, but like dogs. So it's, and then like you said, you gotta understand you ain't grew up as a woman. You don't know that, And there's the more that they say, the more you know, the more you don't know shit. I swear to God, the more I talk about this, the more it's like, nigga, but that's why it's so hard when we talk. We gotta stay on. That's why you go to 4 different subjects before you finish one. I gotta do 3 because there's so many things to understand before you say the point.
Right.
But you ain't got time for all that. That's why people like sports.
Right.
That's why people love sports, because you don't gotta wait for a winner or loser. It's right then, nigga. Why you think sports so popular, nigga? We don't gotta wait 10 years for the business to grow. I gotta wait for 48 minutes to see if LeBron get that. You see, bro, niggas want it now. Niggas want it now.
Instant gratification.
Nigga, Uber delivers
That's
everything.
another thing. Alright, so that's alright. So we got, first thing is they need attention.
Sure.
Second is it was the first thing. They need attention. They What was
somebody that keep points on what the fuck is this stuff about? They can smoke too much.
Ooh.
That's why we need somebody like in the audience to just. Yeah, I was talking about.
Right.
Cause that ass bro.
Nah, but the thing about it is like it's the reason why I do that because it's like if we cut it up into little parts, it will be a list of all this shit, and they don't have to listen to the whole fucking shit if they don't want to listen to the whole shit. But it's just like, and it's a good. I feel like these are things that everybody knows, but it's like it's so spread out in their lives and in a day or in their experience that if they hear it all at one moment, they'll be able to get it rather than if it's, you know what I mean?
You know, that's why rappers, that's why Cole and Jay, they said they had to learn how to stop talking so much and they spitting crazy. But nigga, you gotta not dumb it down, but you can't do that long build up, nigga. They want that punch, right? Like battle rap, niggas want that punch. Niggas don't want to hear you. But I was in this man. We want to hear you bop bop. But too much of that, and now it's becoming bad. Now everybody in battle rap right now, that shit watered down because everybody just punch, instead of flowing and make it. And then it's also with the people. But we feed off of each other, right? They get their fashion from the streets, we get the music from them, and so we feed off of each other. So we change what we want to listen to. They change what they have to rap about. Companies will have to change what they invest in, but that's mad work.
The thing about it is, I don't feel like. I feel like that's the problem. Like, let's use Future, because Future's the perfect example. Because Future, even though I don't like his music, I respect his greatness. You know what I mean? This nigga make great music. You know what I mean? You can't tell me he's not great with all the hits he has. This nigga got hits after hits after hits, you know what I mean? He's doing something fucking right. But what happens is because of capitalism and because of people are just being greedy, and not just the artists, I'm talking about consumers. Because the artist is gonna eat. Yeah, he gonna. And how he eat is, and what feeds him the best is what he's gonna do. And that's just Darwin's, that's just natural selection. Whatever is my gifts, I'm gonna, and it gets me what I need. That plays into Narcs too. Whatever gets me what I need is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but Future makes only one type of music. You know what I mean? So there's other people like Lauryn Hill or J. Cole. Now I can't even say J. Cole because some people would box him in as making one type of music. Right. But the thing about it is, people box people in, where it's like J. Cole only gets respect with this lane of this type of music. Future only gets respect with this lane type of music. But the fact is, Future, all these people are multi-laned individuals. You get me? So it's just like, but we don't want to see all of you. We just want to see the things that we like. So it's like, if you stunt really nicely, I want to just only see you stunt. Like the baby, that nigga know how to stunt. And his flow, everything that, but that's all we want to see from him. We don't want to see him talk about some dark shit. We don't want to see that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and then now too is like, as an artist, when you're coming out, because of the world that we live in, you gotta be conscious of this shit. That's why I like that's why I like Ruckus, because it's like, you don't know what the fuck's coming. You know what I mean? So I might do a thing, and I do conscious trap, but it's like even conscious trap is a fucking contradiction in itself. It's like, how you gonna do conscious and make it like what? You different. So I want you to know off the back I'm different, and never expect what I'm gonna do, because if you do, you're gonna be fucking disappointed. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna do what you're gonna think. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but most artists don't get that luxury or think that long ahead, or if it's from a capital standpoint, I don't do music because I love it or to express myself. I do music because it makes money, and I respect that shit, and I do it really nicely like this. Motherfuckers love it, so I'm gonna keep doing it just like this because motherfuckers love it. T.I., I'm not gonna get mad at him that he still make drug dealing music when he's not a drug dealer no more. That's his fucking income. He makes music for the motherfuckers who still do that shit. Yeah, he don't do that life, but he's thoroughly been through that life and knows all the levels of this shit, so he can thoroughly rap about this shit, the goods, the highs, the middles, the things. His stories that happened to him happened to all the same niggas, you know what I mean? So, yes, he's going to keep making music like that. And then sometimes when he tries to come out of that, we don't allow him to do it. No, go back to that street shit. You want to hear that shit? Live your life. Hey, that was cool. Get back to that street shit. I want to hear that. What you know about that? You know what I mean? So it's just like we box people in, and so it's like T.I.'s. T.I.'s like fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
Yeah. Eventually get there.
Yeah, eventually get there. But is he systematically set up, financially set up to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Is people gonna eventually come around and accept it, or they gonna be like, no, fuck it? Because the thing about it is like we live in a world of instant gratification. I want what I want when I want it now, and think so. Future was like, alright, I do this good, and I could do it back to back to. And that's why I say Future's great. He's not a. What's that nigga? That would be the perfect. If I remember this nigga's song. Ryan. No, that's not that one. There was this motherfucker who made a song. Never heard of this nigga ever again. Kodak Black. Not Kodak Black, the other one. Gold all in my chain.
That nigga. Trinidad James.
Yeah, you got that one. Where the rest of them? Future, you could go back to back to back to. He has 3 on one album. He has 4 on the next album. He has 5 on the next. What the fuck? He's like, oh, I found out what the fuck y'all like.
Yeah, the formula. Yeah, once you get there, that's the formula.
So it's just like, but the thing about it is like, when you learn the formula, that's for one thing.
Yes, sir.
And the thing about it is like, people like that shit. You know what I mean? So you're gonna keep making it for the people. So now when you start making other things, no, I don't want that other shit. I want that shit that I know that I like. That you know what I mean? So it's like, so I got this too, but nobody wants it, and now I'm losing money, still making this.
Yeah.
So this is back when
the whole set, the old school boy said that.
What?
I've been trying to rap like Common.
That's why Jay-Z and most rappers are so smart, and what they end up doing is going into other shit.
You haven't rap like Common since. Yeah, he said the ball like that, like nigga. I was trying to rap like Common, nigga, but I realized it wasn't getting no money. I haven't rapped like him since, nigga.
Right.
And that goes to, as long as you, and I'm realizing now, as long as you comfortable with yourself, and you're not your music ain't physically kidnapping, you know what I'm saying? You're not physically.
And the thing about it is,
I can see how you can see.
Another thing too is, what do you want?
Yeah, what's your
when I first started,
what's your goals?
I wanted to be the top number one. With what I really want to do, I'll never get number one. I'll be always a solid 5, a solid 7. My music will never be the number one. It'll be a solid 7. I'll never be the best comedian. I'll be a solid 5 on the list, maybe top 5, top 10. I'm never gonna be a number one. But it's like you never be able to box me in either. My movies will never be the best. The number one.
If you get consistent,
but it's like
you there,
I give you a B-list movies every single time. If you come to one of my shits, it's gonna be this level of this.
But everything's still intact.
And consistent.
Yeah, you ain't lose. I ain't have to lose change myself.
Like a Jamie Foxx or what's his name?
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Number one, Jordan fucking Peele, man.
Mine is Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, and what's that other nigga name?
Denzel. Kills.
What's that other nigga name? Jamie Foxx, Will Smith.
Get down on the police. Fuck it, it's smoked up right here.
No, I got it. It's over here. Oh, you got have some water?
Yeah, man.
Damn, who that last one? I'm bad that I forgot.
You just got it. But that's like you just said it though.
Ice Cube.
That shit, the irony of Ice Cube and Ice T is mad funny. Bro.
I always say Ice T before I say Ice Cube.
Like Ice T.
Because Ice Cube was a rapper who always told stories, and I tell stories a lot. Or I could tell stories very well in my raps, which makes me know that I'll be able to be a good storyteller. Because I made this new song, I'm going to let you listen to it. This song I'll tell you about the last time. I never let you hear it though. But it's like, literally, especially you, and you probably going to do the video. I give you everything. You don't have to think about it. It's like, okay, we need to find a location that would be able to, you know what I mean? And then once you find a location, it's not like, oh, you know, this is the location.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I tell you everything. I have another song like that, Girl of My Dreams. I give you everything. You just need, but that's the hard part. I need a bad bitch.
Yeah, that's what it comes. Yeah.
I need a house to make a house
But
party.
hey, that's just it. It comes down. It just goes to what are you willing to struggle for, or what are you suffer for? Because you're gonna suffer for something, and you gotta care about
And
something.
see, the thing about it is, I don't even look at it like that. Because
You ain't, so
if you're doing it with something you love, it's really not suffering.
nigga, but you gonna talking about them long nights, the nights you don't eat, nigga. That's suffering, nigga.
No,
But it's but you're suffering for something you love.
No, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
bro.
them long nights when you don't eat, your stomach, whatever you're doing is louder than your stomach. You don't
Right.
feel the shit.
Bro,
No, bro. Like literally, you don't feel your. Like
hear
I'm
you,
talking
bro.
about. Motherfuckers gotta remind you to eat, nigga.
Yeah, but you suffering for something.
You're not-
But nigga, you just said it, cop. You don't feel it. So what that mean? You're not. Your body's not getting nutrients it needs. Eventually, you're gonna collapse, bro.
Huh?
You're suffering.
No, the people around you.
No,
gonna-
but that's what I'm saying.
Go to
though. You're
fucking
suffering,
sleep.
bro. But just and you the
It's
whole
not-
time not gonna listen though.
Huh?
What happened if that's your masterpiece? You're not gonna, nigga. I gotta finish this.
Right.
Eventually, right. So you're willing to lay your life on the line for your passion. You're willing to suffer for your greatness, bro. Ever you have to pick what you're gonna suffer for. To get high, I gotta get money.
The reason
You
the
gotta-
reason I don't say suffer it is because it and I hear it said all the time, it's literally when you're doing something you love, it's not suffering. Like you're gonna be looking forward to, like I'm looking forward to them days where it's like we literally have no food.
That's a perfect example right there. That's narco you though. Because you don't see it as suffering don't mean it's not suffering.
No, it's not.
So, but you
Think about
said,
it.
but look, but you just, bro. If you don't even copy, but
Bro,
like you said,
like,
if you
so
just
I
said,
bet,
how many
bet,
you
I
wait,
bet,
wait,
so-
you ain't eat, you ain't, you said you don't feel it. You said you don't feel
So
it.
let me give you a better example.
All right.
All right, because this is the same thing. So you exercising, right?
Mhm.
And you sore. You're suffering when you sore, or are you getting stronger?
You're getting stronger,
But-
but the feeling, your body, you're in pain.
No, that's fake. That's not pain. You just interpret it as pain because that's what we all told is pain.
Copy.
That's not pain.
You
Do you understand?
You
So,
speaking mental.
when
You speaking mental shit
When,
right
when,
now.
you,
Soul
when, your,
shit.
when your stomach is growling,
Copy.
when you able, because the thing about it is like that could be a distraction. Going to eat. If you literally get up and move from this spot, you're going to lose this shit. You have to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you focus on I had to eat. My stomach is growling. You're not. You don't want this shit that bad.
Listen,
You don't want that
listen,
shit
listen,
that bad.
God, we not talk. Forget about what you think, nigga. Forget about how you feel, bro. Copy.
Right.
You're working. You in the zone. You're working. You haven't eaten in 4 days. You haven't eaten a day. Copy.
It takes that.
Copy.
Sometimes.
Copy.
Niggas fast for
copy.
100.
Copy.
Go ahead.
So you're telling me you're overall. So you got your body's getting all the nutrients. Your body's you're not getting the nutrients you need. Your rest you're not getting. You're gonna pay for that sooner or later, bro. What are you talking about? But you're looking.
I understand
You
that.
said that's what I'm saying.
I get it.
So, but you're mentally no, you're not suffering, but you're sacrificing something.
Sacrifice is a better word. We could agree on sacrifice.
Copy, bro.
It's not suffering.
Copy, bro.
Sacrifice, yes.
Copy.
You have to sacrifice your pleasures. Because it's a pleasure. Because the thing about it is like if you eat for 3 days or 4 days, you're not going to
even deeper. You can't see your children because you gotta do this concert for a whole month. You can't see your kid. You're suffering not seeing them, my nigga. You're bugging out,
That's
bro.
not-
You're bugging out. You're not gonna tell me you're not gonna feel a point. Like I know you doing. I mean, you're God. You know the bigger picture. Yeah,
That's
but you
what I'm
miss
willing
him.
to
But you miss him, though.
sacrifice.
But you miss him.
I'm willing to
But you feel
and
the
then my
missing.
children
But you fist
will
the-
understand
Copy, bro. We talking about.
boom.
But you
Sometimes I'm gonna have to
too
sacrifice
strong.
the
See,
shit
you
that I
being-
really
you being-
want
you being too
right
strong.
now,
Copy.
so I can have what I want.
But you're so mentally strong, you forgetting that you're flying, bro. You still forgetting you're flying over buildings, but you're flying. Now it's
Right,
touching you,
right.
but you're still flying over
Right,
buildings.
right.
So if you go any lower, you gonna run into a building. So that's what I'm saying, bro. That's that tourist shit, nigga. Y'all minds is fucking powerful, my nigga. Type of niggas that catch an illness and be like, I'm
You know
not
what's
sick.
crazy? The girl I like,
That nigga's just crazy.
the girl I like, she a tourist too. And everybody would say like same signs. It's not that I don't believe in that sign shit because the horoscope and astrology, the shit is real. If you do it correctly, if you looking at your daily horoscope shit, and if you don't know about your moon sign, your things, then you're not a real.
You're rising.
You right. You don't know your moon, your stars, your Jupiter, your Saturn. I don't know all this shit, but I know you gotta know. If you talking astrology, and you're not saying all these shits. I know you don't know what you're talking about. You just bullshit. But cause I dated a girl who did astrology and shit. But I didn't do astrology. But everything she was telling me, I knew already.
You heard the stigma on
I knew already because I knew myself.
About those females.
What?
That love astrology.
What?
That they freaks. They said that they wild sexual. That women who that's a stigma.
What?
Like a movie stigma. Yeah.
Right. It would make sense. They're not sexual, they're sensual.
Exactly.
And what it is if you especially in this lustful society, right, it's very easy to take that as lustful or sexual.
For sure.
Especially from a woman, especially if she's attractive.
Good breakdown.
But they definitely not sexual. The thing about it is, because they're sexual is
exactly.
Way,
exactly.
They are when you do earn their trust and they see you as another being who is and they want to share that with you. Yeah, that shit is crazy and it's fire, but it's just like it's not.
It's all automatic. Like with
like
redheads. Yeah. Right. All the stigma.
But it's like
But you making. But that shit you said earlier though, because in American Horror Story they had an old society, it's called scum. Society basically against men. There's a woman coalition against men, and that's one of their principles. That the man just wants to lay on Big Mommy's nipples and tell them everything's okay, and then they gonna and then you say that, so that's really a core thing that men. You take the house. You run this shit. I'll do the label. I'll do everything else. You run everything. Like you run the shit that takes boom, 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 and I'll go lift shit up. You feel me? That's the.
But the thing about it is like what I feel like is the hard part for me is what I want to create. I've never seen.
And then
you know what I mean?
But now we just had that about sacrificing,
right?
And that's what you're willing to sacrifice your. Well, you could have been anything, you know what I'm saying? You could have, right now, you could have been whatever you want. Right. But you're willing to, you could have been fucking everything. But you're willing to sacrifice all that to make what you never had. Right. And at times, damn, I want that bitch. I could have fucked. Nah, it ain't worth my goal shit. So you see, so suffering, it depends. Like you said, that's crazy how you look at it.
Right.
Because fake suffering, like, damn, I want some bullshit, nigga, fuck time. Instead of, let me not funk now because I'm worried about. That's fire, bro. You see, that's crazy. So right now, that's what you're doing. You're willing to sacrifice it all to make a foundation you never had before, bro. And that's a beauty, and it's hard. It's very difficult, but it's not impossible.
Right, but I think a big thing about it is knowing it, and that's another part of it is I don't know exactly what it is.
That's crazy.
Because you can't manifest something you don't know.
In your image.
Huh?
How you feel about it, and then you just put your image on it. That's what they tell you in the book. Like, don't look at pictures. Like, if you look at a picture of what you want to look like, and that's when you be like, I feel good, and then the picture disappears, and then you don't feel it no more, that's bad. You got to feel that feeling when that picture gone. Okay. When you can't even see it, nigga, you got to still feel the vacation vibe.
Right, but so that's what I'm thinking. So it's just like, I'm still figuring that out, but it's like, I've been way past what, like...
Yo, nobody ever told you think too much, money?
Huh? Talk too much comes up first.
Talk too much?
Comes up first. And then I don't talk how I think.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
I just crack jokes and just make them laugh.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like I told my other me.
That's why I like this shit, cause I don't talk. I think like this all the time, but I don't get to talk to people like this.
But you know what's crazy, bro? That's your whole vibe, though. You a god already. You don't need to think so much on certain things.
Well, it's not think so much. It's just like
you feel.
Huh?
You feel. You a thinker or a feeler?
I'm a feeler that thinks too much. Mm-hmm. But to the point where I don't know. I second guess my feel.
You feel your emotions or you think your emotions? Like, do you feel sad or why am I sad? Me, why am I sad? I don't feel sad. Why am I sad? Why is this? Why are you crying?
That's a good question.
That's a great fucking question.
I think when I feel sad, I start thinking why I'm sad. feelings initiate the thought for me.
Feelings initiate
I
the
don't
thought.
stay in the feelings. The feeling will give me the thought, and then I'll not forget the feelings, but overthinking it will bring me out my feelings.
Yeah. So you figured, damn. So that shit been your defense mechanism for your whole life. Think yourself out of the feeling, or overthink yourself.
I had to learn that.
It was a learned behavior. A learned behavior.
When I felt too much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it always ended up bad.
Yeah.
So then I eventually started to apply my thinking to why I feel the way I feel, and it started to help me understand my feelings better. And then if I do feel, not be so in my feelings, still expressing how I feel. You get me?
Facts. And that's I don't know if it's yours, but it's fake. We over rationalize. I do over rationalize thoughts that don't need to be. Like 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Me, I'm trying to figure out what makes 1. You feel me? I mean, some things that you don't need, that's not called for. Now you putting your energy overthinking. And then to the point now you forget why you feeling them. Me personally, I ran from my emotions.
I do that too.
I run from my shit. And eventually I'll figure it out until I started confronting them shit. Because I'll sit there in a funk and start asking, yo, what's up? Why you still don't know, my nigga? Why you feel like that? And then I eventually realized I was scared. Like, not scared, but it was the ego.
Right.
I know everything. I've already been through everything. You really shut up, nigga. So that's me, nigga. That's me. I got a godlike complex. That's my knock problem. Like when I feel like I'm right, nigga, I talk to you.
So you'd be the politician movie star.
Facts.
And they kind of feed off of being right and validating, even if they're right or wrong. But it's like
you listen.
Right.
You talking about what I said.
And even if you didn't listen, and that's why it pleased you so much.
Exactly.
And you want to hear.
Exactly.
You was right,
bro.
And that's why you told the bitch that shit.
Exactly.
4 times, and she was like, "Why you keep telling me, nigga? I need you to say and believe."
Yeah. That's
as soon as you say that, we no longer need to ever.
Yeah, talk of it.
Never even need to see each other ever again in life. That's the only reason why I'm here.
I'm here. Facts. That's why I'm toxic of a nigga. That's a fact though, bro. That's crazy, nigga. That's really how.
But you know that about yourself. And it's like, and that's what the thing about it is, like, people don't, like, we're all narcs, but when are you being a narc? When is it not okay, but it's like, you willing to...
No, it is okay, like you said. Right. For your music, you have to be a narc.
Right.
Who else is gonna bump your shit like you? So you gotta know when how to use it.
Right, so it's like...
But narc could be no other rapper's music is good like mine.
Right.
Now you know what I'm saying?
The reason why I'm not a narc is because I just said I'll never be number 1.
Exactly.
And I understand
so once you...
Because the way I do my shit is not the most popular message, so it's not gonna be on the radio. You know what I mean? I'm telling black people that they gods and kings and queens and gods and goddesses, like, yeah. And it's like, oh, this nigga's the preacher. You know what I mean? If I don't get...
Nobody wanna hear that Sharif.
Right? And that's why I'm gonna have the comedy. They probably don't like my comedy a lot more
than
my
To be honest, your comedy gonna do it.
It is. I already know it, and I think that's why I didn't do it because, or that's another part of the subconscious reason why I never did it is because now it's another distraction from my music.
Nigga, it's funny though because now you can listen to shit like that on iTunes and shit, nigga. The intro to all your comedian music, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
Right, but the thing about it is like that would never. I'll never be I'll never be a Jay-Z because Jay-Z never did. I'll be a whole new. But I'm trying to be a. That's why I love Jay-Z. Jay-Z was on that list, but I can never be a Jay-Z. I have to be a Jamie Foxx. Oh, look at Jamie Foxx is
so he funny. You can't be. You gotta be you.
Right.
I can't never be. You can never be.
You know what I mean? But Jay-Z did how he did it. I love it. I could take shit from it, but I can't do it how he did it.
Exactly. No.
Because I'm not him. I never sold drugs. I can't. I don't even know
and it's
what
not it.
I buy weed. I still don't know what an eighth is.
And that's. Nigga said about weed and still don't know what an eighth is. You a wild nigga, boy. Fuck you.
Nigga, that look right, nigga. That look right. I've been around weed enough to not.
I respect
I have enough weed now to be like, I bought eighths before, and that's not the eighth amount. And the thing about it is like, I'm not confrontational. I'm just never buying weed from you if you.
But you see, and that's not the average customer. You're bugging the fuck out.
I'm like, oh, you trying to
that shit look heavy, bro. What's up with that, bro? And it could be proper and all that, but niggas just never satisfied. You know that. That's what I had to find. You learn.
No, but the thing about it is like, if I come to you, right, and you don't know me, and you try to cheat me because you don't know me, I would never want to. I don't want to fuck with you ever.
Again, and like, you.
And I'm happy you jip me because if I did fuck with you, I would never know you would jip a type.
You saved this time. You saved us both time.
You know what I mean? But it's and I was like, why am I get mad at you? Because you just showed me a valuable lesson. Never buy weed from your ass. Why be mad at you? Or if I do, it has to be the last resort, and I just need a blunt right now. So I'm willing to spend too much money on just this because it's like a.
That's growing up.
But it's
that's
like,
the maturity of niggas, bro. Because
I'm gonna only hit you up when nobody else around, nigga.
Because it's it. Why I'm getting mad at? That's what you do. I don't have to make that my business. That's not my business.
That's what. But the thing about it is, for you, I feel like it was the opposite. You ran away from your bullshit. I got too much shit because I got my ass whooped on my childhood from my brother because I was in my feelings.
Yeah, I was there.
I was in my feelings. And then I can't fuck them up, so I'm gonna mess up the whole room. Guess who the fuck gotta clean it up? Yo, dumb ass, nigga.
Oh yeah.
So it's like these whole. And now I'm getting in relationships, and I'm hurting girls' feelings, and I'm feeling the remorse of it, and I'm just like, I gotta think about this shit. What the fuck am I doing? Is this something I'm doing? So then that's why I started thinking.
And to do that.
But the thing about it was like, if you two in your feelings.
Now that's a great example.
So I'm two in my feelings. So you run away from your feelings, you have to come closer to it. I have to run away from my feelings and then be like, all right.
Now that was advocate shit. This is where I always question myself. Now, could we have, we was gonna get here, but would have been here could you have felt all that had you had all the bread you wanted right now? You had everything right now was your way, legit your way.
Right.
Could you honestly be able to? Oh shit, Remy, you bugging. And we can't say it because right now we're not in it.
Right.
It sound good, but that's always my shit. Right. I'd be like, yo, how politicians could just, nigga, if a nigga came with a briefcase of straight 100,000 in cash and said all you gotta do is write a check. A person who really don't know themselves is gonna sign that away. Right. So it's easy to talk when you're not in the ring. Me personally, I would love to believe I will never fold like that. However, I've never been in that position.
But the thing about it is, the way we would fold is different. Because that's the average type of motherfucker.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
okay.
So a motherfucker who do know, so like let's say we're doing Tokyo Shit podcast, this shit blow up. Now motherfuckers wanna co-sign pasta or whatever. Oh, but you can't say.
Yeah.
So this is why I say my shit will never be
number one, kid. Okay.
Because with certain shit, like certain movies I wanna make, I'm not gonna be able to do in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Certain movies I will be able to do in Hollywood. I'll be perfect
so
fit.
You accept it. So
but other movies, if I really wanna make, I'm just gonna come to you. We gonna put the money, the bread together, make an independent film, throw it on Netflix, and then make the bread off of that.
Nigga,
But the money or the revenue is not gonna be as great. But the connection and everything is gonna be the same.
It's not gonna be. But in your terms of like importance, money is never gonna be number one.
Money is
like your message first, the message or the money. Like if you had to choose, and then imagine that every project. That's what I'm saying. That's when niggas eventually like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go with the system.
No, the thing about it is, with certain shit, it's the money.
Yeah.
And certain shit, it's the message.
And being
I'll do this Hollywood movie was just a feel good movie, but it'll give me enough money to do the movie independent.
And being not consistent in that Hollywood, you're never going to. I see exactly what you're saying.
So
bro.
I'll never be an Eddie Murphy because he was
Hollywood.
You know what I mean?
So what you're saying overall?
But now because Eddie Murphy's not Eddie Murphy or was Hollywood's not giving him things. So Hollywood never worked. So if I want to be big and successful, I gotta be like on some Tyler Perry shit. Just do it all my own shit. But see how big Tyler Perry is compared to Thing. Look how long it takes to that. You know what I mean? So it's like my success will come or I would look like a Jay-Z in my 70s.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's hit it in his late 40s, in his early 40s.
It's good. Yeah, they said how
He a Billy at 45 for nothing. You know what I mean? I'll probably, if I do reach a Billy, I'll be in my 60s, 70s.
Yeah, I see what
but
you're
it'll be
saying.
off of all my all my shit the same way Jay-Z. But it's just like, but Jay-Z pimped the system as you know what I mean. But he learned that from the streets. He learned that shit early. So when he went to the record deal, and then what happened with him, he got lucky like Jordan with the sneaker deal. That no one did it before.
Yeah.
So at first they were like, no, we don't want you. So he did it independent. He got lucky and he had to do it independent. And then it popped the fuck off, and then they went back, and then they re-popped it.
I remember when they
and
did
then, so now, what Jay-Z did then is he sold Rockefeller and bought this shit back, and that's some pimp shit. You know what I mean? And that's why Damian Dash could feel the type of all this other shit. But it's just like, so now what he did with that is he took that money and he did this with that, and he did that with that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's why Jay's able to do that in the short amount of time, because he had this amount acquired of this, and he had to do his suffering / sacrifices to obtain that shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like, oh, I get it. I can't do it like Jay-Z, but I understand what the fuck he did. So how does this shit apply in my situation? And how do I...
So you real blunt, basically. You real truthful with yourself.
What you mean?
Like, you could be real blunt with yourself. Like, basically, you accepted some shit a lot of people cannot or won't accept until they can't do it no more.
The thing about it is you can't change something until you accept it.
And that's what I'm saying. So you a blunt nigga. Like,
no, I'm not blunt.
No.
I'm very.
But to yourself?
Huh?
To yourself?
Oh, with myself?
Yeah.
Of course.
So if you're blunt, if you could be blunt with yourself, you can be blunt with anybody. You choose not to be blunt with people.
Because it don't work.
Exactly. But when it comes to you, like, yo, Remy,
right?
You be
well,
like,
when I'm ready to, yeah.
All right. But you have that ability. You have that skill.
I had to, yeah, build it.
It's there. It's
right.
So that's a beautiful thing, man. Because a lot of people would base their whole career now on trying to be number one instead of like, I'm cool, nigga, as long as I'm good and consistent with my moral principles or whatever I believe, I'm good, nigga.
Right.
People,
because it's like now
you ain't chasing the ghost.
So it's like I have to go independent.
Yeah, you're not
independent is not making. It's not even saying independence not making, because independence not making money instant. The way
the machine would.
The way if you get cosign, you know what I mean? If you get cosign, they give you money off the bat. They give you you know what I mean? A bonus off the bat. Now, granted, they gonna steal it all back, but they give you a bonus off the bat. You know what I mean? With me, I had to literally put a bonus in to then grow my shit, hope it pops, and then maintain the shit, and then keep it, and then as it grows, if it grows big, be able to maintain it, and if it monitors down, be able to maintain it, meaning if I have to fire people, so it's just like, and that's what it means.
And that's that leadership and that goes all the way back there, bro. So it's a lot.
Like, and the thing about it too is like, I'm not just I don't want to be just an artist or just an entertainer. I want to be the business.
And look, and there's only so much you can do.
So it's just like,
and there's
an artist saying he want to be a number one, I get that.
Yeah.
Because you're an artist.
Of course.
I am an artist, but my art is, and I use my art for money, and that's why I say yes, money is number one. Because I'm not going back to AMC to make money.
So why don't you? So
my music is gonna make my money. My stand-up is gonna make my money. My movies is gonna make me money. You get me?
So why don't you make that like a word then? Like how you got Ruckus. Make that like your own thing.
That's what Ruckus is like.
But like you just, that's like how you just said
book.
It. Nah, what you just. Damn.
That's why
your art is like you use your art for money, but the money like that should be like a. Like a something you put on a shirt, like a tat, nigga. That shit sound different, right? And that's like your own philosophy.
Right.
I mean, not your own, cause people, but I never heard that.
Right.
It's usually feel like I never heard that before. Like, yeah, I want the money, but the art is more. So you put it in words.
But the thing about it is like, if you're a business,
but no, that's what I'm saying. Right. You think like an artist businessman. An artist, just an artist, I'm gonna be number one. I'm gonna be number one.
Right.
But
and you need the artist to think like that for the business to be successful. But I'm not my underall goal.
Exactly.
If the thing about it is like I'm not just a
you're
rapper.
there.
So that's why it's not number one for me. Because I have to do now. I gotta go do stand up.
There's
I
no
want to
word
do
for that.
acting.
Exactly. There's no label for that. There's no type.
Right.
That's your boom. That's your own genre, nigga. Type shit. I never real shit, nigga.
No, but that's what people do. Like an artist,
but
his music or their art, whatever form of art they do, is their revenue of money.
Facts.
Actor, whether it be an
but
actor.
there's no philosophy behind that. There's nothing on paper. Like, go ahead.
I get what you. It's their own philosophy. So for an actor, it would be this. For a musician, it would be this.
Exactly.
For a thing, but it's like I'm more so like a jack of all. Jay-Z's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's not an artist. He's a hustler who happens to know how to rap.
You see
know what I mean?
saying?
So it's just like I'm not an artist.
But that's not.
But
exactly.
I'm a businessman. But I also do. I can do stand up.
You see,
and I can.
They only have names for that.
Music.
Like you got a Diddy. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
If you used to make your own lane for that, you fuck around.
Be a Remy Roy.
You have you know how many niggas are. Yo, that's what.
But the thing about it is like so many other people are making that.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not as because Eddie Murphy did music.
But you like to educate people.
Huh?
So if you put that, bro, if you spell that out, that's like a formula, nigga. Or maybe that's your own formula that you need to perfect right now.
That's what Ruckus is, bro.
That's fire.
That's the idea of Ruckus.
But now, like I told you,
right.
The homework. You got a Titanic right now. You gotta break the ship down in compartments now, or the shit gonna crash. It's too big. Like you just said it. You just all that, but nobody's gonna get that off of just Ruckus. That's why
it's Ruckus Music Entertainment.
And you need a manifesto. You need a manifesto. Ruckus is their logo, and then the next Instagram side would be the manifesto.
Right. I already made a Ruckus Music Entertainment page. I didn't do nothing. I just made sure I got the name and everything.
Give me words, man. Give me your favorite words. Give me shit you wrote before, so I can write you a manifesto, my nigga. Niggas need to understand what Ruckus means, cause you gonna scare motherfuckers with that. You already scary, nigga. You bugging, nigga. Ruckus. Oh, this nigga coming with all these Brooklyn niggas. Nah, nigga, fuck niggas heads up. Ruckus.
That's what it's supposed to
like Thug Revolution, like Pac was trying.
That's what's supposed to be.
Like, so nigga, we gotta put it on paper now, nigga. They gotta be able to read it and understand it.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I never put it on paper.
Nah, exactly, bro.
It's about to go out. Let me put this.
You gotta put it on paper, boy.
Okay, I get what you mean. It's
archived.
Now
you got
time.
Yeah, bro.
You're telling me this needs to be archived.
It's like people. You could be a kind person, but nobody knows you kind until you do something kind. You could be a person who give money, but until you give money, nobody knows you for giving money.
Right.
So yeah, bro, you gotta put that nigga manifesto, and niggas are under like, oh shit. And nigga, who's to say you might not change the definition of a word, nigga? Later, 20 years from now.
Oh yeah, Ruckus is not gonna.
Facts.
Ruckus gonna have a whole new meaning after.
Exactly.
And what's crazy is my teacher said she used to say me and my homeboy James we close on a Ruckus, cause I used to be like beating on the table and making a beat, and James would be rapping on some shit, or we would be spitting some rap that somebody's rap.
Nigga.
So it's just like
bro. That's beautiful shit. That's a lot of information in there. That sounds like a whole philosophy right there.
Right.
Bro.
That's basically right. So when I first started doing music, Shorty took us to the back. It was like, alright, look, basically, nobody's signing artists. That shit is done. Nobody fucking give a fuck about it. You got the dopest song. Nobody signing artists. That shit is whack. That shit is played out. All right. The new thing is movements. We signing movements. If you're not if your shit doesn't have a movement behind it, we don't give a fuck about it. So I was just like, copy. The whole fucking show went bad.
Did?
Yeah. But that was, and I paid for it too. But that was gold. I'm like, I came here for that message alone, and I knew it as soon as I heard it. I'm like, I could leave now. I don't need to be here. I don't need to perform. Because I came here for that message, and it was just basically like, my music, it can't just be my music.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I started thinking, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then when you was like, yo, the conversations we be having is crazy. I'm like, yo, it should be on a podcast. It's like, right, that's not music. Let me,
there we go.
let me get you know what I mean? Fact. Stand up. It's not music. All right, boom. Let me get it in a, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, I need to create my music, or ruckus has to be a movement before the music will pop. They gotta fuck with what ruckus is. You know what I mean? So now, if they fuck with me, they gonna fuck with ruckus. If they fuck with ruckus, they fuck with me. It's just like, it goes in. So now if you fuck with ruckus, and now you have a catalog. So it's like, if you don't like the music, I got some stand up and I got some movies. You don't like the movies, you got, you know what I mean? So it's just like, and the thing about it is like, if you like the music, you're probably gonna like my stand up. And if you like my stand up, you're probably gonna like my movies. So it's just like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, but nobody ever comes out, oh, I'm not just a rapper. Like, I'm all seven at the same time. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
nigga said, you ain't signing no artist.
And the thing about it, another thing too is like, I don't want to be signed. When I was trying to be Jay-Z, I was trying to be Jay-Z and I wanted to get signed. Jay-Z never got signed. He built his own shit. He found a nigga who was crazy enough like him, David Dash, and they fucking built Rockefeller music. You know what I mean? So it's just like, oh, okay, so I gotta find a motherfucking crazy who got some shit in their pocket, like I got something in my pocket, and then we ready to do some shit together that's separate on its own, and then it's just like, and then I still got this shit in my pocket, and he got this shit in his pocket, and this shit pop, and it's like, oh, what else do you guys do? Oh, I got this shit in my pocket. Oh, so they don't care about. Nobody cares about your book. They care about you, or your message, or what you're doing. So if they care about you or your message or what you're doing, they're gonna go read all your books. They're gonna go watch all your movies. They're gonna listen to all your interviews. That's a fact, bro. That's how it goes. So that's how they get. So I'm like, why am I trying to go up to people and push my music when every time I go up to people, they be like, oh, you man funny. I'm gonna go up to people and be like, oh, you funny. Let me talk. Let me find places I could just talk and then be funny. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna go do some stand up now. I got over my fears and all my shits about it, whatever. I'm ready to go do that shit. You know what I mean? It's not material. It's not a voice. It's just literally. That's real. And the thing about it too is like my narcissist. Back to the thing. My narc tendency. I wanted to pop off of music. I pop off of music, so you take my music seriously first, and then I'll show you how funny I am, and then I'll show you how serious
Instead of.
But if you don't, cause I'm from Brooklyn, like, and if you're an actor trying to do music, you're not respected. If you're a comedian trying to do music, right? That's funny, right? So I have to pop off of music. I gotta almost not show you how funny I am. When I come places, I'm awkward because I can't be my. Oh, that, you know what I mean? I'm awkward. No, really, not when I'm thinking back, looking back at it. Yeah, because I can't be too fucking funny. This is the same shit that happened. Right, this is the same shit that happened to me when I was in school. I knew as soon as I walked into, I knew I'm the funny kid in the class. Since second grade, I didn't need to. Whoever was the funniest kid in the class, you're number 2 now, nigga. Like, I don't want the title, nigga. God is following me around. Like, my dad told me, go to school, say nothing, just listen. I tried, Daddy. I tried. But this shit just
everything
and then the whole class laughed. Like, it's not just one person. I said it to this motherfucker. That person heard it too, and everybody started chickering. And was like, oh, damn, Daddy. It's a setup, nigga. It gotta be a setup. Everybody laughed at the same time. Like, y'all all found it funny, really? Fuck out of here. Nah. That's it, man. My shit probably metamorphosized. I probably had everybody hates me, and then it formed into a.
Bro, you did the shit for the last
my narcissicity shits.
Narcissist.
Right, I probably
that's all the word right there. That shit sound better than
I can say it. I can say that one. All my narcissities, right?
That shit sound fine.
It metamorphosized. It went from one as a child. I would say it was like nobody. It was all about me, right? And then it metamorphosized into like indiscreet. You know what I mean? Only when I'm at home it's all about me. But when I'm at when I'm at home it's not all about me. I was that. When it's not home, I'm good. Nobody pay me attention. When I'm at school, everybody I'm in the motherfucker building.
You need a release. You gonna find it.
But the thing about it too is like I got so much attention at home. I didn't want that attention. But at school it's like I gotta earn this. I think that's why I want an audience I don't know and I gotta make them. Because it's like this is easy when it's I know them motherfuckers. Cause it's like I already know you know I'm funny.
That makes a lot
I don't need to make you laugh. You know I'm funny. You gonna laugh at whatever the fuck I say. I don't need to try to think what it is that I'm gonna say that's gonna make you laugh. Cause you already know I'm funny. The job is already half of the job's already done. You're waiting for me to say something to chuckle. Think about when you go to see a comedian. You're waiting for them to. And the thing about it, this is what all comedians always say. They want to laugh, bro. They're not coming there like, no, make me laugh. Yeah. Nigga, I come to a comedy show.
Drinking.
No, some people do. Okay, you know what I mean? But it's like, because there'll be a bar and the motherfuckers just had a hard day and they just fucking drink. But it's just like, if it's a comedy, like, this motherfucker that come here.
Be paid to laugh.
Right. Yeah, so it's just like, they want to laugh, but you
make them laugh.
You just gotta do it. But, and that's the hard part.
That shit hard, man.
Right. But it's just like,
that shit hard, my nigga.
And that's the
that shit not easy, bro, to sit there and really try to make somebody laugh.
The hardest part about, I would say, with stand-up, even though I didn't do it yet, but I understand it, is making people laugh off of nothing. Yeah, you don't have an initial interaction with them. Now, granted, you have fans and you might have an audience, and you might know the crowd, so you know if you sell certain jokes, your usuals will laugh and I'll help the build up. See, the thing about it is like I never did stand up, but I pay attention. And the thing about it is whenever I'm watching stand up, subconsciously this is all what I always pay attention to. Even when a pastor gives a sermon, I'm paying attention how he interacts with the crowd and then how long he pauses. I'm like, why he pause for that long?
Yeah, that's to control the room.
I didn't realize I was paying attention to that shit, but it's just like that's why I like watching Creflo Dollar or TD Jakes.
Battle rap do that.
Because it's like I see how they started off all humble, and they're telling a story and shit, and they get a little egotistical, and then they go back all humble, and then they start talking.
That's how you get
they start stomping in them, and then they come back to humble.
You start
now let me get some money now. So it's just like, okay,
worked on the
that's what it is. That's a formula. You can learn from the church. You can learn from everybody. It's just what you paying attention. It's not a formula. It's a pay attention. That works everywhere. If you pay attention, when you go to a show, to a concert to see a guy, you don't see them first. There's a whole opening act of the thing. They need you to know that motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So it's just like. You gotta warm up the crowd. I don't want to go to a dead crowd. I don't know what that means, but I've heard that saying. That's probably the crowd is just there. They're antsy. They don't know. Right before the show, they're antsy. They don't know if it's gonna be funny.
You don't want to be the first nigga to get your hair cut from the nigga. Like the nigga who just woke up. You don't want to be the first nigga to get that cut. You want to get warmed up. You want to say it's like everything. That's funny as shit.
So it's just like, okay.
Yeah,
I may have never did this shit, but I kind of get that. Oh yeah, we had that.
I gotta get up out of here. And that's a motherfucking episode. That's right there, boy.
This one.
You already know, my nigga.
When y'all niggas find this episode, y'all gonna be like, yo, wait a you. This is an episode that's gonna make niggas start watching.
No bullshit. I was thinking the same shit.
They gonna be like, nah, we gotta go see the other episodes. These niggas be talking some shit.
This right here, bro. I like this one. Yo. It's your boy.
Yo, and it's gonna have the official intro because we just did it right before. Ooh, we putting this shit together, guys. We putting this shit together. And like I said, I got something in my pocket, and this man got something in his. Well, I got a couple of things in my pocket. He got a couple of things in his pockets, but we gonna focus on this right now and get y'all motherfucker attention.
Blessings.
With all that being said, it's your boy, Remy Boy.
Yo, talk your shit, man.
We out. Peace. 2 times, motherfuckers. Where we at?
Talk Your Shh is brought to you by PainInTheCulo.com and your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus, where real ones come to talk about real nigger shit. You dig?